If you want to continue to follow our adventure, click subscribe. So you don't miss anything, click the bell notification. I just watched a video from a YouTuber that I haven't watched in a long time. I really like this YouTuber, I really did. I just don't have a lot of time to watch his videos. And if a video is more than 7 minutes long, you know, I just don't watch it anymore. I don't have enough internet time. He was saying in the video that a place that he goes to every year to boondock is changed the rules. And what he's saying is they've changed the rules, and you can only camp 300 feet on certain roads inside the BLM. And these roads aren't roads. I mean, they're just dirt trails packed down. And they put out these brown markers, and you know they're sporadic, hard to find. And I've seen these brown markers before at different national forests and grasslands. They're just little stakes in the ground, and it's got a number on it. In the past, he would camp anywhere in this BLM. You could just go anywhere and you camp. Well, he parked there, and sure enough, a ranger came by and said, you can't do that anymore. And what's really interesting now is there's an app that you have to download to find out where these roads are, or you can get on the computer. I'm going to put a link to his video right here. The reason I bring this up is because a lot of people are suggesting that this is a result of the nomadic lifestyle really starting to take off. I mean, if you think about it, I don't know the specific numbers, but let's just say people are estimating that 1 million new people are going to come out here every year. Well, that's a lot of people. You know, people keep saying, oh, the BLM's never going to run out of land. All these vehicles coming out here on the BLMs has to be absolutely catastrophic to the environment. Think about this big event that's coming up in January that's held out in the Quartzsite, Arizona desert every year. And every year this big event gets bigger and bigger and bigger. You know, it used to be 800 people would show up. And when I first heard about it, I thought, 800 people? I mean, we're nomads. Why are we coming out here to be with 800 people? And then last year it was 5,000 people. And now they're expecting 10,000 people this year. Now, let me talk about the environmental impact. Think about this. You fill up your generator and you drop some gas. I mean, just a little bit. And it's really, you know, it happens. There's not a lot you can do about it. But if you have 10,000 people, or even 5,000 people who bring a generator out. Let's say 5,000 has solar panels, and 5,000 people have generators, and they all spill a drop of gasoline each day. You know, just a little bit. Let's say it's an eighth of a cup. Well, if you have 5,000 people spilling an eighth of a cup of gasoline every night for 2 weeks, and if my math is correct, that's 546 gallons of gasoline being dropped on the BLM. Just a little spill of gasoline turns into 546 gallons. And look, this is not unrealistic. I mean, I was in a campground down in Florida last year. It was a hunt camp. And hunters were coming in all winter long. And I had a season pass. I could stay there for the 3 months of the hunt season. And hunters would come and go. And they did. You could see them spilling their gasoline, and they weren't doing it on purpose, but by accident. Trash accumulated, and you know, obviously you have people who just don't follow the rules, and so they open up their gray water tank, and gray water spilling out onto the ground right into this one spot. Every day I would get up and I go around and pick up the trash every day. One person, and I made a video about this, accumulated, they were there for the weekend, accumulated several bags of trash, and instead of actually taking it out with them, they laid it up against the bathroom, the privy, for somebody else to dispose of. Now, what we're talking about in this campground was maybe 8 different campers, not 10,000. Now, I recognize that this is going to be highly monitored by all the people who are organizing this. I was trying to pick up this campground that I was staying at, and I was constantly trying to stay on top of it. Another campground that I stayed at was in South Dakota just this last summer, and the Buffalo Gap, it's just absolutely gorgeous. I mean, it was just breathtaking. But the first time we went there this last summer, we went there twice, one earlier in the season and one later. The first time I was there, they closed it down for several weeks, and the reason is they had cattle there. And just like in the BLMs, the farmers will, I guess, rent some of the grassland and let their cattle graze there. Well, what was happening is there was a gate. Everybody says the National Forest should put in cattle guards. But okay, that means in order for campers to come in, they got to spend money to put cattle guards into a campground, which they don't really have to. They could just say, you know what? Close the gate. Well, they weren't closing the gate. And there was only probably a dozen campers there. That's the thing. So let me go back and explain this. When you came into the campground, you had to open this little, and you see it in old country farms all the time. My grandma had one when she had cow. And you open it up, you drive through, and you close it. It's inconvenience, but you're getting ready to camp in the most magnificent spot that you can possibly camp at. All you got to do is close the gate. That's it. It's free camping. And they couldn't close it. So on Saturday, they came out and they said, hey, just a reminder to everybody, close the gate, got cattle in here. I'd hate for anybody to come over that hill over there on the road and smack into a cow. Well, come Tuesday, I think it was, they came back out and they said, I've been chasing, this is the ranger, he says, I've been out on the road all day chasing cattle to get them back in because somebody left the gate open. So they closed it down. And they closed it down for several weeks. Now imagine, mid-season, a big motorcycle event called Sturgis is coming to South Dakota soon. So, this place is really going to get active with people. And people were expecting to be able to camp here. And it was shut down because people couldn't shut the gate. My point is if more and more people come out here, more and more things are going to go bad, and more of these campgrounds are going to get shut down. And so when you bring in 1 million people into the BLM every year, if that's what the numbers are suggesting, more and more of this is going to get shut down. We have to learn how to respect our national forest, our BLMs, because they are getting shut down. I don't care what anybody says. They are getting shut down. Thanks for watching. Click like if you like the video, and happy travels.